Playdate is a great little mini game console, but unfortunately its crank handle has a habit of cracking and will break off eventually. Panic does sell replacement kits, and if you're lucky, it'll be really easy to just follow their instructions and do the replacement. For some of us, the old handle doesn't come off in the most optimal way. So, if you end up with a situation like this, where you've got a little screw sticking out, that's not what you want. So here's the replacement handle. This little metal plate there is the same as this little metal plate there. And so we don't actually need this screw at all. We want to remove that entirely because this has it already. And if you just take the little Allen wrench that comes with it and, twist it there and try to grasp this with your fingers, it's just going to twist under you. It's a really tiny little screw. It's very difficult to hang on to. So what you need to do is take some pliers and really use the base of the pliers where you get the most force. Not where these ones have like cutters at the very base. Not you want to do the cutting part, but right before any kind of cutting part, you just grip it, and you really want to clamp this down as hard as you can. Cut, and let me adjust this so I can hold it properly. You don't need to worry about damaging the threads because the end goal of this is we're going to throw that screw away anyway. And then you're just going to take the Allen wrench, you're going to put it in with the short side into the hole, and then now mine's loosened, so I didn't have to wail on it very much. You're going to need to put some force in it. It's very, very tight, at least, again, if you're unlucky. And then you're just going to rotate that out, pull out the screw. If you're holding, I don't recommend holding it quite like I was, but if you are, just be very careful not to. Whew. The wind just almost blew away my little replacement screw. That's fun. Anyway, so yeah, so here it came out. You can see inside it looks pretty much just like the old one. So I don't think they've really redesigned it. I don't know what it looks like internally. Maybe internally it's a better fit, but who knows? Okay, so we've got that out of the way. So looking at the new screw versus the old screw, the new screw is the one in the plastic bag. They look basically the same. I'm gonna use the new screw anyway, but I don't think it probably matters. So if you lose one, you are probably okay to use the other. I'm gonna actually link this video to Panic support. I'll let you know in the comments if they correct any information from this video. So yeah, but yeah, it should be very straightforward to do. Just putting the one thing that's not immediately obvious to me is why there are little flat bits on the end of this. Can't really see it too well. The video's not focusing, but I don't think it either way. I don't think it really matters. Just gonna put it in and screw it in. One reason to use the new screw actually probably is that it's got some fresh red goop on the end of it. That's called Loctite. There's different colors of Loctite do behave differently. I don't remember the differences between all of them, but having relatively fresh Loctite is probably going to be a helpful thing for you. It also possibly even is a different type of Loctite. I don't remember noticing if there was any stuff on the end of the other one or not. Just gonna screw that in. Instructions probably say not to over tighten. I'll link to Panic's official instructions too. Like once you're at this point, you can it's very straightforward just to follow their instructions. You can ignore everything I'm saying in my clumsiness. Cool. So I've taken that up. I haven't like wailed on it or anything. Nice and snug. I'm sure all you need. Oh, it spins so much better than the 3D printed crank I had. The crank handle. Wow. If you're thinking, if you've got a 3D printed one and you're like, that's fine. I really would recommend trying to get the official one. It is just worlds apart from the 3D printed. There's a Reddit user who I'll link to in the description who left a comment that helped give me a little bit of extra confidence that I was understanding, how this part works correctly and that it is in fact safe to, grip it with pliers as tight as you can. Because it's a part that comes with the replacement. I'll also link to Panic's instructions and Panic's repair kit. So you can do this yourself. If you have any interest in home automation or the open source project Home Assistant, I'd actually really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm working on a really cool project with that I would really that maybe will be a thing you can buy at some point. That I would love to be able to share. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll keep you posted. One last little addendum. I remembered to go back and look and see if I could tell if there was any Loctite on the old screw, and I really don't see any. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, especially because it's just been, relatively exposed. It was in the handle of the 3D printed crank, etc. for a while, but it doesn't. There's no sign of any like red or blue goop in the end or anything. So maybe they didn't have Loctite originally. That wouldn't help with the cracking, but it could. Yeah, my guess is because like I can't. I'm not a mechanical engineer at all. Um, I can't. I don't immediately. It doesn't immediately make sense to me why. I mean, like Loctite in general is often a good thing. If it wasn't a problem before, I wouldn't imagine it is necessary. But my guess is the old one did in fact have Loctite and just kind of got rubbed off.